Hi, I'd like to share with you one of my favorite Hasidic stories. It's a story about Reb Simcha Bunim of Pshischa. Pshischa is an unpronounceable Polish name of some town not far from Warsaw. In any case, Reb Simcha Bunim, 19th century Hasidic leader, who has also happened to be a CEO of a lumber factory and later on became a pharmacist, very interesting man. Anyway, he's walking along the banks of a river with some students of his. And it was a dark and stormy night and a shot rang out. Actually, no, different story. But it was a dark and stormy night. And one of the students slips in the mud and falls into the river. And it's a raging torrent. And he's basically in the river. None of them are able to swim. Swimming was not big amongst 19th century Polish Hasidim. So, and none of them can swim. This guy basically has given up and he's being carried along by the current. Reb Simcha Bunim and the other Hasidim are running along next to the bank trying to figure out what to do. And the guy's in the river. So Reb Simcha Bunim yells at the guy in the river. He says in Yiddish, but my Yiddish is not very good, but he yells at him. He says, "Give regards to Leviathan, give regards to the Leviathan, the mystical sea creature. Give my regards to Leviathan." Now, this is not really, helpful. When they say in lifeguarding course, throw someone a line, this is not what they mean. Like someone's drowning and you say regards to Nemo, I mean, it's ridiculous. But when he says this, actually something changes in the guy's demeanor. He actually even smiles as he's drowning, and he starts to thrash around a little more, and he's able to get himself close enough to the shore that they can form some type of human chain and pull him out of the river, and his life is saved. And the Hasidim asked Reb Simcha Bunim, "What were you thinking?" And he said, well, there's a verse in Yeshayahu, Isaiah, which says, "Ki b'simcha seitzeu," which we normally translate, "You shall go forth with joy." Reb Simcha Bunim says, I translated it very literally. When you have simcha, happiness, teitzeu, you can get out of anything. He says, I saw that the guy's face was completely full of despair, yi'ush, he'd given up hope. It was complete pessimism, and he was just letting himself go. I figured if I can inject a little bit of happiness, somewhere in his brain, one neuron says to the other, hey, that was funny. Then he says, hopefully, that little bit of simcha, that little bit of joy will change him from despair to hope, from pessimism to optimism, and then he'll be able to save himself, which is exactly what happened. So that's the idea. Normally I would say, don't try this at home. In this particular case, I'd say, try this at home. Simcha, happiness, can help get you out of, I don't know about every situation, but it can get you out of many, many problems. And Reb Simcha Bunim understood that if he injects a little bit of happiness into the person, some humor, a laugh, a smile, then that can change everything about it, and then the person can actually save himself. Thank you very much for watching.